Welcome back, my Tubman Toads. We just finished part 1. Now we're moving into part 2. In part 2, we're going to do some bar graphing with the information that we gathered in part 1 with our M&Ms. Alright, so before we start to make a bar graph, we need to know some information about what a bar graph is. So let's look at our slides, all about bar graphs. What is a bar graph? A bar graph is a graph that shows information or data by using bars. If you look at these lines here, these are bars in the different color. They give us information about whatever we're researching. Let's go to question 2. How do you create a bar graph? In order to create a bar graph, you need what we call graph paper. Let's look at question number 3. What does a bar graph contain? Well, it contains 3 things. A bar graph should have a title, labels, and numbers. This data and information came from the tally chart from part 1. We see that we have red, blue, green, yellow, and brown and orange M&Ms, and we counted them out. We're going to use the data for this information on our bar graph. That comes up next. Okay, so now this is an empty bar graph. What we're going to do is that we're going to now put on the information that we need to help us to fill out our bar graph. We're going to first start with our title, which will go here. So as you can see, I've put the title. The title is M&Ms. Next, we're going to move to this title, which will be our numbers, and we're going to number our bar graph going up this side. Okay, so now we have the title, numbers, and that's the numbers of M&Ms. We have numbers that correspond with each line. This first line here represents 0. The second line, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so on and so forth. Next, what we're going to do is that we're going to put labels onto our bar graph going down here. And those are going to be the colors of the different colors of those M&Ms, like red, green, purple, so on and so forth. Next, we see our titles. Each color has their own section. So this is the red, blue, green, yellow, brown, and orange. In order to make our bars, we're going to color in, and we're going to stop at the number that represents how many of that color we have. So let's go and start with our reds. I'm going to pick up my pen, and I'm going to start with the red. So I'm going to take the red color, and I'm going to color that in. Well, you would do a lot better job than I would, but I'm going to just squiggle this in. So for red, we had 6. So I have to stop here right at the number 6. I can't go past it. So 6 all the way down to 0 represents our bar for red. All right, I'm going to fill in the rest of the chart for us, and we'll discuss it in just a moment. All right, now let's look at our chart. So we have our title. That was the first thing that we needed. We have a title over here as well. This is the main title. This is just a subtitle to tell us that those are numbers. We have our numbers listed here from 0 going up to 11. And we have our labels with all our colors for our M&Ms. So let's see how we would read this. If I was here at red, I can see that red stops at the number 6. So that lets me know I had 6 red M&Ms. Next, I'm going to go to the blue. The blue stops here, and if I go across, it goes to the number 3. That indicates that I have 3 blue M&Ms. Green. If I go up from green and I go across to see the number, it's 8. That indicates that I had 8 green M&Ms. Now I'm going to the next color, yellow. Yellow. If I go up here and then over and trace the number, I say I have 3. Brown. Go up here to where the last brown is colored or shaded in. There were only 2. Next, I go to orange. When I go up the orange and over, I see that this is 3. This is how you would use a bar graph to show the data. I'm so happy that you joined me. I hope you stay for part 3, and we're going to answer some questions using the bar graph that we made together today.